It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Sainsbury's and this is their chocolate orange stout. We are definitely heading into that kind of winter season, aren't we, where we're seeing different beers on the shelves of our supermarket. It probably happened quite quickly, actually. It's always like you get Oktoberfest for a week or two. And I always see Oktoberfest as it's the coming of the end of the kind of nice freezing cold lager season. By the time Oktoberfest is kind of finishing, which is about now if I'm honest, boom. Next thing you know, there's chocolate and orange stouts in your supermarket. This is, Sainsbury's, selected by our experts, 5% ABV, 500 millilitres, brewed and bottled by Hall and Woodhouse Brewery. You will know them as Badger Ales. If you want to know about Hall and Woodhouse, they're a Dorset brewery. Badger, what do they brew? Badger, who's that? It's not Snecklifter, that's Jennings, isn't it? We'll find some Badger beers in the old memory bank as we go on with the review. We got a dark brown bottle. There's the bottle cap. It was about £1.80 per bottle. Without further ado then, let's get this 500 milliliter bottle, 5% ABV, £1.80 a bottle out into a glass and see what we get. Ooh, look at that. Glass like an old chimney. Puffing and smoking like an old chimney. So immediately what I'm looking at here is Badger. I know they've probably been given a remit here. They've probably been given you need to put a beer on the shelf for £1.80, or they need to make it for £1 so that Sainsbury's can put it on the shelves for £1.80. Sainsbury's makes ATP, that sort of thing. So the moment I started pouring this, I was thinking, for a stout, this looks a little bit thin. This looks way too thin for a stout. I might be proven completely wrong here, but it just seemed, and even in the carbonation, look, you're looking at the side of the glass there, it's a bit hissy and fizzy, isn't it? It looks overly carbonated for a stout. This is probably going to be more about the chocolate and the orange. But what I love about stout, I like the creamy, rich mouthfeel of a stout. I don't want to be drinking a stout and it's thin and there's no body to the beer. Again, I might be proven completely wrong. Let's get the aroma of the beer and then the flavour. God, they've used a ton of cocoa powder and concentrated orange flavour. It smells just like a chocolate orange. A Terry's chocolate orange. It does. It really does. And let's be honest, this time of year, you go to the shops, October, November, December, everything's full of Terry's chocolate orange, isn't it? Full of it. Oh, absolutely. The walls are rammed with the stuff. So why not produce a chocolate orange stout that smells like a Terry's chocolate orange? Let's see if it tastes like a Terry's chocolate orange. Cheers. Super thin. Super thin. It's got the body of a light ale. It's got the body of a... There's more body in a Weiss beer. There's more body in a Weiss beer than what we're drinking here today. It's just... It's probably not Badger's fault. As I mentioned earlier on, it's a remit that's come down from Sainsbury's. Can you hit this price point? Can you produce something for this price point that's relatively okay? Let me make things clear here. There's nothing. Actually, let me. Yeah, I'm going to go with my first sentence I was about to speak. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with the beer. It tastes like chocolate, it tastes like orange. That's exactly what it says on the bottle, that's exactly why you picked it up. My only real criticism here is that, well, two little narky things is it's really thin, very, 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 very thin, and there's no body to it, and there's no real roasted malt flavour. There's no real bitter, roasty toastiness coming through to suggest it's a stout. And for me, those two things alone will stop me buying this beer again. Those two things alone. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun at this time of year. But I would say it's a little bit of cocoa powder that they've added, chocolate cocoa powder to make the chocolate flavour come through in the beer. And they've also added some orange zest along the way, some concentrated orange zest as a flavour. It tastes like a liquid Terry's chocolate orange, but without body and with no roasted malt flavour. Take that for what you will. Take it for what you will. You're either going to go, hey, this sounds like the beer for me. I don't like my beers full-bodied anyway. I don't like too much roasted malt. This might be the perfect beer for you. But if you're like me and you want something, when it says stout on the bottle, you want it to be a little bit more traditional, then you may want to second guess this. You may want to just see for yourself what's in the glass here and go, maybe not for me. This stout combines the finest roasted chocolate and crystal malts with subtle notes of dark chocolate and orange. The dark malts help deliver a full-bodied stout that is perfectly balanced with chocolate and orange notes to give a smooth, lasting mouthfeel for that perfect, indulgent winter drink. A great pairing with steamed chocolate pudding or vanilla torte. I've never heard of vanilla torte before. I've heard of chocolate pudding. Hey, if you're getting into that early Christmas spirit, then go and buy a bottle. But it's just lacking for me. It's lacking. It's not quite what I want from a stout. I like the fun factor. I like the fact that it's chocolate and orange on the bottle. It's chocolate and orange on the taste. It's a 6 out of 10. It's a 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.